Hi, I'm Lindsay Corcoran from thedailyshrewsbury.com, and this is your weekly news.
Welcome to Shrewsbury News, brought to you by thedailyshrewsbury.com.
At the first night of the annual town meeting, members approved the $92 million fiscal year 2012 operating budget with minimal debate. The budget represents a $2.1 million increase from fiscal year 2011, and other than some comments from residents on the overall budget, there were very few questions on the line items. Included in the fiscal year 2012 budget was a level-funded school budget, which will remain at just over $47 million for the next fiscal year. This number was reduced from an initial budget gap of $2.1 million by mitigating some costs, as well as reducing requests for textbooks and technology.
Raganjali School of Music brings you Swar Lehri 2.
A cascade of melodies with a message of love and hope for children.
Come, savor the sounds of exotic musical instruments.
Come travel on the wings of music through time for a unique experience of traditional North Indian classical music.
June 11th,
right here in Shrewsbury at Oak Middle School Auditorium.
Many good things are easy to spot, even in black and white. A maple leaf, birds in flight, our trees in summer. But there's one bad thing that's also easy to spot because it is black and white: the Asian longhorn beetle. This insect is killing our trees, but with your help, we can defeat it. It's as simple as black and white. Look for the beetle, and if you spot it, report it at beetlebusters.info.
Article 16 on the warrant and others having to do with zoning bylaw changes dominated the discussion on the first night of the town meeting on Monday. Article 16 would essentially allow enforcement of the zoning bylaws to be non-criminal, meaning the town could enforce the laws without having to go to court. Former Selectman Ben Tartaglia and other town meeting members spoke out against the amendment, calling it anti-small business. The several following zoning bylaws, which related to both the Glavin Center and the United States Postal Service parcels of land in town, all passed with the 2/3 majority needed. These bylaw changes, which comprised Articles 17 through 23, all related to the underlying zoning and were a suggestion of the targeted zoning committee, who believed in changing the zoning on these two large non-town-owned properties in case the land should be sold. At the special town meeting convened within the annual town meeting on Wednesday night, members approved the $1.3 million Spring Street School Green Repair Project. Over 50% of the project will be funded as part of the Massachusetts School Building Authority Green Repair Program. Building Committee Chairperson Henry Fitzgerald said that Spring Street is set to have both the roof, currently 20 years old, and the windows, which are curtain windows original to the building, which was built in 1967, replaced. On the second and final night of the annual town meeting, members approved 10 articles revolving around water and sewer capital projects. The main capital projects that the town sought funds for on the warrant this year were improvements to water and sewer system infrastructure, totaling a little over $5.5 million. Town Manager Dan Morgado noted that the water projects are being funded from the water fund and sewer are being funded by sewer. Replays of the town meeting will air on SGTV 30 throughout this weekend.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Altitude 1.5 miles downrange, leaving an incandescent trail behind it. Houston, roger, roll.
Don't miss out on your chance to watch History in the Making. NASA coverage of Space Shuttle Endeavour's final flight, here on SCTV, Channel 29.
physical response. It's an organic thing.
Color's like an extra emotion.
It's a learned experience.
It's alive.
Firefighters rescued a dog from a three-family home on Dewey Road after a fire broke out in the lower level last Friday. A little after 8 p.m., the Shrewsbury Fire Department received a 911 call from the resident of the lower level apartment at 32 Dewey Road reporting smoke. When firefighters arrived, there was heavy smoke showing from the windows on the lower level, but the residents of the building were all evacuated. Firefighters found Zeke, a pointer, on the second floor in a back room and brought him out of the house to cheers of onlookers. The search process for the position of assistant superintendent has been narrowed to 3 finalists as the school department looks to replace outgoing assistant superintendent James Cummings, who was hired by Grafton last month for their top job. 33 individuals applied for the position. An interview committee of administrators and teachers interviewed 8 candidates last week. Each of the finalists will be visiting Shrewsbury during the week of May 23rd. The school committee will interview the finalists on Monday, June 6th. The school committee is scheduled to vote on the superintendent's recommended candidate on Wednesday, June 8th at the regularly scheduled school committee meeting. The 3 finalists are Dr. John Harrington, Mary Beth Banos, and Todd Curtis. I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and this has been your weekly news. To see these stories and much more, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Be sure to tune in to SPAC 28 again next Thursday at 7 and 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.